It is useless to deny the fact. There is a schism in the Catholic Church today. The schism involves cardinals, bishops, priests, and lay people. It's about giving Holy Communion to those who live in adultery. Bishops in Poland affirm the perennial teaching of the Church and say no, because it is a sacrilege to receive Holy Communion in a state of mortal sin. But in Germany, bishops say yes, go ahead and receive, as long as you feel you are in peace with God. So one contradicts the other. This schism is a direct consequence of the moral ambiguities of the apostolic exhortation Amoris Laetitia of Pope Francis. Now, consider the situation. Suppose a Catholic lives in adultery. He lives in Poland. He cannot receive Holy Communion there until his situation is reconciled with God and his law. But if he crosses the border into Germany, then that's fine. He can receive it, and counting on the approval of certain German bishops. What kind of nonsense is this? Is relativism now calling the shots in the Church? Does the Church teaching depend on which side of the border you live? Have the German bishops mutilated the gospel teaching with their ambiguous relativism? This is not the Catholic way. Pope John Paul II publicly stated once that you must learn to think, speak, and act in accordance with the evangelical simplicity and clarity. Yes, yes, no, no. You must learn to call black, black, and white, white. To call sin, sin. Not to call it liberation or progress, even if fashionable propaganda are against these teachings. And Pope Francis canonized him. John Paul was simply echoing Jesus' teachings when he said, let your yes mean yes, and your no mean no. Anything more is from the evil one, meaning the devil. He said, he who is not with me is against me. He who does not gather together with me scatters. Not all those who say, Lord, Lord, shall enter the kingdom of heaven, but those who do the will of my Father who is in heaven. I suppose that if John Paul had said that today, he would be criticized for being too rigid, judgmental, or fanatic. And Jesus would be crucified again. But there are also good news. Cardinals Carlo Cafara of Italy, Walter Brandmüller and Joachim Meissner of Germany, and Raymond Burke of the US have asked Pope Francis to clarify his ambiguous teachings about communion and adultery. But he has so far refused to do so. It would be a tragedy if Pope Francis were to enter history as the one who split the Catholic Church, which is a possibility that he himself has admitted. Remember that Pope Paul VI denounced the presence of the smoke of Satan in the Church, the auto-demolition of the Church, and Pope Francis beatified him. Aren't his predictions coming true today? Now I turn to those four heroic cardinals. Your Eminences, this schism is like a cancer inside of the Church. Its metastasis is spreading, as we see today in Malta. In Catholic Malta, a land of heroes and crusaders, is already infected by it. Also Argentina, where Cardinal Jorge Bergoglio came from. Here in the States, there are dioceses where the cancer has emerged its ugly head, like in Chicago. So, Your Eminences, yes, please go ahead in your sacred mission to restore the clear purity of teaching in the Church and dispel the ambiguities of Amoris Laetitia for the greater glory of God and salvation of souls. We urge you, we beg you, we implore you, as the Lord says in Isaiah 58, clama necesis, shout it aloud, do not hold back, raise your voice like a trumpet. And in Acts 18, noli timere sed loquere, fear not, keep on speaking, do not be silent, for I am with you, and no one is going to attack or harm you, because I have many people in this city. Yes, Your Eminences, in this city of God, the Holy Mother Church, the Lord has still many people. Be certain that the thoughts and prayers of a great many faithful Catholics are with you, especially those of us who have been maligned and insulted as being rigid, fanatics, and dangerous. Count on us. Count on our prayers. Count on our support. Deus vult.